kind of dive into this,
Yeah.
we'll start this with just give us a brief introduction, man. Like, who are you? You know?
Okay. So, my name is Nick. I'm from the New York area. And, I do accounting pretty much just as a career. But besides that, I realized I needed to improve my dating skills and be more in the dating world again because it was a while. And then so, I ended up discovering you and linking up with you just from watching YouTube videos on dating and how you've worked with Austin closely, and I saw you featured, and then I was like, man, this guy seems legit. Like, let me hook this up. So then I flew out to Miami. We met up, man, and it just pretty much was just pre-planning from there, and then doing the photo shoot. It was just a lot of fun doing that, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, man. Wow. A little synopsis of everything. I like it. I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
you know.
For the guys who just are curious, man, like what was it like beforehand for you, you know? Like in terms of
Yeah.
swiping, I'm sure you've used apps previously and
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know, I'm curious just to have you fill us in on what that was like.
So prior to working with you, pretty much dating apps, whether it was Tinder, Facebook or Hinge, results were pretty much non-existent, and things didn't progress. It was a lot of just wasted time of countless minutes and hours of swiping and not getting any results, and really just not realizing that the look and the overall look is a big deal to it. And it just took me many years to realize it, and then just from learning from your content, your channels, Instagram, and beyond, working with you of course later on, it just became clear to me. And it's always good to have something to support that overall enhancement and success. And yeah, pretty much it's a huge difference now. I mean, the swiping is it's a lot less, there's more meaningful conversations, and yeah, man, it's just more good dating experiences too.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. I think like you were briefly touching on is like the image was a big part of it, right? I
Yep.
think a lot of guys overlook that and they're just like, let me get some new photos. But they realize that you're the product, right? If the product is no good, then it's not gonna perform the way we need it to.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. And actually, one of your transformation, bro, is one that I actually reference pretty often, man, because it's pretty wild. Like it's a wild transformation from like the original photos that you shared with me to like the after. And bro, it's exciting because I got to witness with you like in Miami, just like super nonchalantly, you getting compliments, even like having the conversation with like the waitress there, and she was like, you know, basically glazing you and like just like you
That's
know,
right.
complimenting the heck out of you and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, before that too, even before that restaurant, there was that one lady that was just a bystander walking by, going about her day, and she was like, "Oh, wow, you look really good," or something like that. And I was wearing the white button down with the nice slacks that you had curated for the photo shoot, with the nice the Thursday boots, dress shoes, and everything. It was awesome. Yeah, I didn't even say anything at that point because I didn't expect it. I didn't know what to say. It was just such a candid, but yet uncanny kind of a moment, because
Yeah.
just mentally my brain just didn't register it because it's just not used to it. But yeah, so it's
Yeah. Had you experienced something like that before?
not not so direct. No, it really happens. That was really a first, for sure.
Yeah,
Just
man.
with the overall look, it was crazy. It's just crazy stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, bro. It was really cool to see, to say the least, because
yeah,
you have a very positive, you're very sociable and you have a great
yeah.
personality. So it was cool to just see like the now the image kind of come together with like your personality and
Mhm.
just seeing you even just talking to the waitress, just how natural and confident it came off. Like it
Yeah.
was it was a sight for sure, bro. And I also wanted to just ask, like, had you previously tried anything like this before?
As far as yeah, if you mean the styling or anything like to that nature with,
Yeah, or like just trying to ways to improve your dating apps previously.
yeah, I would say pretty much not full on. It was just very passive. I always really, before working with you, I always just stuck to the same general look. I still had, the side beard going and the goatee, when I had that, I guess as early as my early 20s, right? But I never had the mustache grown in like kind of how it is now. I'm keeping it on lock, like, every couple days, like getting the buzzer going, like making sure it stays clean, right? But also like even the haircut too, because as you know, like from the previous photo shoot pictures that I did prior, is like I had my hair like more on a flip in the front, and like this was flat in the back, but it was kind of weird with the hairline and the shape of it. So we were like, you thought the Julius Caesar look, which is what I have now, was working out. And so yeah, today I got it set that this way today, and yeah, it's been working out, man. It's definitely been good now.
For
Mhm.
sure, man. We definitely improved the sex appeal portion too in terms of the look as well. So
1000%, yeah.
yeah,
Yep,
man. I'm also curious. Obviously, you were watching some of my content and we got to talk
yeah.
and all that. Did you have any initial hesitations or concerns beforehand?
I think naturally when you're exploring new things, and transformation, things of that nature to improve yourself, naturally the brain automatically goes into a negative mindset, like, oh, this might be a scam, and this might be a con, because it's the reality of the world we live in sometimes with technology and seeing things digitally. There's kind of like that middle layer that like kind of gets missed a little bit and things like that. So at first, yeah, I was like, man, the content looks really good of Felipe's, with the quality, the photo shoot, what he's saying about sex appeal. But at the same time, I was like, man, like I don't know, like like certain things about. I'm wondering if he has, testimonials or some other things that would project me to invest into this. And yeah, eventually, I discovered, like, through like other channels, and obviously your work with Austin, I felt more confident in that. So I said, okay, like let me give this a chance, and I'm willing to invest like whatever's necessary to get my image up, and that
Here
was
we
pretty much.
are. Now
Yeah,
you're the one that's doing the testimonial.
yeah, now here we are. Here we are today, man. It's like after, what is it, like 2.5, 3 months later, right? We started in April, I think, together this year, like mid-April somewhere, right? I think it was around there.
hmm
And yeah, here it is, man. Like 3 months later, big
Yeah.
difference. Yeah,
Good, man. Good. I definitely want to get into just like the experience of like going on
yeah,
the apps and then just seeing the results again, like actual results, and then like the date. We'll,
yeah,
we'll get into that here in a sec, but just
yeah,
kind of walk the guys through what it was like to jump on that initial style consultation, like image transformation call, right? Because that's the first
yeah,
thing that I do with all the guys.
yeah.
What was that process like for you? Like, how'd you feel kind of going into it and then like after it, and how useful was that for you?
Yeah, going into it, I think it was great because it was well organized, and you had things laid out, before we even got on the call with organizing it. We set the time and the date, and then from there, we had a couple style consultation calls, which was super useful. And with the resources you had too, to go along with that for my future reference was amazing, because I got to see all the different resources for styling and what your recommendations were. And it's very meticulous in the sense that you don't really see that in many other places where someone really dials in on your style and things like that. Because even when you go to a barber or you go to some sort of a stylist, they still don't really know exactly what to do with your image and your style. So with you, is you just had such a mastery over it, and that was the best part about just working with you. It's just your attention to detail is like super important, and being meticulous with like the image of each person that you work with. And yeah, I mean, I think the other part of the question was like after the call, right? Like of doing the once we got to the photo shoot, right? I think that was the other part of it, right? The question.
Ye Yeah, so, like, what was it like, just jumping off the call, like, how'd you feel jumping off the call? Like, did you feel like, "Oh, man, now I got a solid game plan of, like, what I need to do?" I gotta
Yeah,
put in a little bit of work and make some adjustments and trust the process, right?
yeah, Yeah, it was just really confident in what to do, just having because the way you had it laid out in the Google Sheets is, you had it in bullet points of, okay, this is what needs to be ordered, this is what you need to do. So and everything was super convenient because you had links to every single item, which makes it just so much more efficient as well. Which obviously people don't go that extra mile to do that a lot of times. Like even when you pay for like certain services elsewhere, so it was just great, you know what I mean? And yeah, it was definitely a lot of work though, from the ordering to like trying the things on that you never really tried on before. And getting oh man, getting my hairstyle, just right, like with the right product in it. And having the what is it, the just for men, like to get the skin like all evenly colored, so it comes out great in the photos. And yeah, I mean, I still use all the same products, man. The just for men I'll use before a date, yeah, taking care of the dental care, the skin care, Tish Hanley,
Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
Tiege Hanley, for you guys that don't do skincare, Tiege Hanley is definitely really good, for sure. I know Felipe uses a different product, because it's like more for your skin and things like that, right? I think it's
Yeah, yeah,
was
yeah.
it Juice, right? I think you said Juice product or something.
Juice
Yeah.
Beauty, dropping some gems on this call.
Hey man,
Yeah,
Juice Beauty.
man,
See, man, so like skincare is important for men. I mean, you gotta look right, like
absolutely.
no acne. So yeah,
Yeah, man, but it was exciting to see, yeah, just you implement everything and trust the process. That's the biggest thing that I tell guys. Like it's important for them to trust the
man,
process,
yeah,
and that, we just let things kind of flow. And you did, man. You completely trusted. Again, your transformation is really cool because like, you came into the call and like basically the gist of the call is like, how do we go ahead and just make this person like 10 times hotter? Like that's kind of like the goal going into it, and also obviously planning for the photo shoot. And bro, it was really exciting to see like after like about 2 weeks everything implemented, you telling me that you would go into the store and that you were getting complimented as well. um it's just cool, man. That's the whole point of this, right? Like it's
yeah.
the results that you also get outside the shoot, right? Just the improved image and how you start to experience that throughout like just your day-to-day life.
Yeah, that's right. That's a great story you mentioned too. I should have mentioned that. That's actually a great point because with Ulta Beauty, going into the store, I was picking out a hairspray, for the hair, and there's these three girls in the store. It wasn't even just one girl. It ended up being just like a group of three girls, and they were just like, "Oh yeah, like you just got a haircut." I was like, "Yeah, I just got this haircut in this style, like this with the sideburns and everything." And yeah, they said, "Oh wow, like this, you look like really good with that dialed in look." And I was like, "Oh wow, like this is like all three girls were in agreement." I was like, "Man, this is like a man's dream right here. Like you just want you you're getting the attention not from one but three girls. I mean, that's kind of crazy." So yeah,
Yep,
great story.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And then just talk us through like what it was like working together the day of the photo shoot.
Oh man, the photo shoot. With all the work that you put into it, it ends up becoming the best part. That all your hard work, leads up to this, man. This is the pinnacle of the whole package, pretty much. And yeah, just right from the photo shoot, man. You were just very open minded, and to the photo shoot, you came over to pick me up at the hotel I was at because I was in Miami for that weekend for the wedding, just to give context to the guys. And yeah, you came by, you were like, yeah, let's go to X, Y, and Z locations and beyond. And we were riding around to man, all these curated places you came up with, which was amazing because you struck a nice balance of the touristy places that had history behind it to things that people would relate to in the more modern. So all these environments and atmospheres was just great, man. Like just it's just well thought out with getting the colors right based on the certain time of the day, and the certain angles of utilizing different cameras and angles with it. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun, man. Like we got some food, like that was cool. Yeah, I had to go to shout out to Earl's Kitchen, right? I mean, getting some steak, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we
it,
did.
yeah, that was in Man, that was in El Vecino, I think, right? Or right? El Vecino area or Brickell? It's one of those 2.
It's yeah, it's kind of like Miami Brickell-ish area.
Yeah,
But yeah, bro, it was a ton of fun, and
ton
you
of fun.
showed up, and all you needed to do was just have the clothes with you. After that, I was just like, Nick, do this, do that,
Yeah.
like just kind of walked you through the process, man, and you crushed it.
Yeah, man. There's a just having the backpack too, as you know, with all my clothes in it. That was so different. I Previous photo shoot I was on, it was nothing like this. It was just very, very bare bones. Just you know, you don't know. I didn't know better with like the quality of that outcome. So this was nice, man. Having all the outfits in the backpack and you know the changing of the outfits. It was just well coordinated. It's very enjoyable and digestible and just yeah, just learning a lot too, just about
Yeah.
how this whole world works, man. You make it easy. You make it simple for and straightforward for all the guys, you know.
Good, man. I'm glad to hear that. And let
Yeah.
me also ask this: what was it like when you finally received the photos and you were just kind of going through them?
Receiving all the photos, man. Yeah, I remember just so fondly, man. You sent that link over to my email. I clicked the link. I'm like, oh man, am I gonna really see me like with like you know like a six pack and like massive muscles or something? I was like, man, what this guy do to you know edit and you know get these photos in tip top shape? So I opened all the photos and I was like, man, this is cool. Like, not only is he giving you all of the photos together, like of hundreds of photos in one package, but you know, Felipe curates like, you know, six at least like 5 or 6 good photos that you can have for your dating profile. So I looked through those and I was like, wow, this like I barely recognized this guy, but in a good way. I was like, man, it's me. Like, you know, it was just so cool, man.
Yeah.
Just seeing that, I was like, man, this is really me, and this is a new side of me. I was like, whoa. I had to take like a double take, like, wow, this guy is looking like looking
S-
sexy, you know, like the whole pretty much. That's what I told myself. I was like, damn, all right,
Yeah, man. I mean,
next level.
that's you, bro. That's you on the in the photos, and bro, I that's like the exciting part for me is like being
Yeah,
able to have the guys just kind of see themselves in a way that they haven't seen themselves before, bro. Like it's such a
yeah,
big confidence booster, man. Like, I'm not sure if you're like if you know about like vision boards and all that, but typically with vision
yeah,
boards, like you have images that just help you like reach certain goals and like just keep you focused and
yeah,
have you just visualize certain things. And to a certain degree, bro, those photos feel a lot of the time like they are the best version of yourself. And
yeah,
it makes you want to like continue to show up like that on a recurring basis,
yeah,
especially when you start seeing the results on dating apps, which we'll get into here shortly.
yeah.
um and just, yeah, talk to the guys about this as well, like, w- how was it like, going back into the apps and overall that experience the second time around with like the new photos? Like just walk us through, the first couple weeks in terms of like quantity of matches, quality, like just all of
Yeah,
that.
yeah, for sure, man. So first of all, I remember asking you a lot of questions about the dating apps because I was out of it for so long, and you had this nice Excel chart like set out and pre customized to fill in the data to keep track of the data, and I think I was like, man, that's like such a great idea to measure things because anything you can measure, you can improve on. So I think that's like the beautiful thing that you did. I remember asking questions like about like, oh, what is meant by like new matches and like or likes accepted or something like that. So I just remember asking you a lot. So at first it was a little unknown territory because I've been out of it for so long. But then after getting into the daily groove of like recording that data and seeing all the matches that I was getting, like in the beginning, I guess I started this in the beginning of May on Hinge, Tinder, and
Humble.
Bumble, right? Those are the top three dating apps. So um, once I started getting into the groove, I was like, wow, you know, it's just getting the matches, but not only matches, it was the conversations that were really developing and really going somewhere. You know, these women were really giving you the chance now to be like, hey, like, you know, like I want to have a conversation with you because you look like this and you seem like you can be this. So that's the you know the image that like you know working with you, I was able to get to portray And yeah, man, of course, with the matches, there comes the great conversations, but then there also comes the rejections or the ghosting because, but those are still great though, the rejections and the ghosting, because you'll have conversations with them, but you learn more about what you want also from those conversations. So it ends up leading to a better result down the line. So I say for all the guys out there, like if that's one thing that they're gonna still have in the back of their mind, don't let that be a thing, because eventually you're gonna hit that stride and you'll learn from it too. So don't be tentative, afraid, or fearful of that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, and
And
it
that's
pretty much
normal.
it's
That
normal.
happens. Like
It's normal, man.
getting ghosted or just like
Yeah,
having the conversation go nowhere is totally fine. But the
yeah.
thing that's on your side, which works very nicely, is that you have the volume to not care, right?
The
When guys
volume
are
is
only
high.
getting
Yeah,
like 2 matches per month and they
yeah.
get ghosted by both of those 2 matches, like that is really frustrating, you know?
Yeah, as far as numbers, I mean, like Hinge, like between the three apps, I would say Hinge has pretty much been that leader for me in the app space. But yeah, it's pretty much I would have more than like 10 plus matches going at a time, like in conversations, because like you can only have up to I think it's eight, right? Like eight that you could have in the queue at one time before you have to message
Yeah.
back and stuff like that. So, but yeah, like it pretty much just maximizing that to the fullest, to keep that
Yeah.
going.
So on a week to week basis, how many new matches were you getting?
Yeah, that's a good question, man. So generally, I was hitting, man, I had to be hitting close to like 25 like matches, man, like
Bro,
which
I
is
saw some of the numbers that you were tracking. You were like, I could even pull it up right now, to be honest.
yeah,
I'm
you
genuinely
could.
curious to see as
A,
well.
a week was definitely around like 25 or maybe more at times, like in the
Nick, I just
beginning.
looked up the first week only on Hinge. Just on Hinge, new
Uh,
matches for Hinge, you got 35. And
yeah,
then Tinder, that first week, you
it's
had
crazy.
10, so that puts you at 45. And then I'm trying, oh, you deleted the stuff for Bumble on here, so I don't even see that. But just the first week alone off of the first two apps, new
Yeah,
matches, 45, which is pretty
that's a
wild, man.
that's elite stuff, right? Because it's like 20, between 25 and 50 is considered like having or getting to that elite numbers, right? Like
Bro, that is
50.
elite. That
Yeah,
is elite. Other guys aren't doing that, especially matching with women that you're excited about, like actually attractive women, which is
yeah,
important, right? Like you're not
right.
just spam swiping, like you're actually swiping on women that you're attracted to and you're matching with them, which is not many guys can say.
That's right. And just on a personal note too, like I'm very picky with like this a certain look of girls and where I want to
Yes, you
go. Like
are, Nick.
it like yeah, I always just foresee myself with like the Latinas and like being with a Latina and things like that was always like a visual board, if you will, or image I had in my head. And like that's the direction I'm heading in right now, like currently. So it's yeah, it's great, man. Like it's
Yeah,
the matches are showing for themselves, man, and the conversations more importantly. So it's good.
for sure, bro.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
walk us through the most recent match and how that's been going. Because sounds like you've been going on a couple dates with one chick.
Yeah. Also, the recent match, as of right now, you're saying the recent match that
Yeah,
that
man. Yeah. You've been seeing one girl, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think this one girl I matched with probably like closer to like early mid June, right? And the funny story with that is I had matched with her previously one time before, like this year, obviously, but I think it was before June. Then she had disappeared away from the app, and then funny enough, I came across her profile again. Like I liked her profile again, and then she matched with me. And then I said some like line to her that like got the conversation going again. I was like, I think I said something like, I think Hinge wants us to really work it out the second time around. And then yeah, yeah, and then she was like, oh yeah, it's like good to see you again on on the app. And then pretty much from there, man, it was just going like full guns blazing, if you will, for lack of a better term. And before you knew it, we were on date one. Like I took her to Jones Beach. We were like walking on the boardwalk. I was showing you different places. It was amazing. Like we spent a couple hours together. Um, yeah, second date, we went to, I think it was a shopping center, or no, we were in Astoria in New York, so we were walking around a park. We got more like scenic views of the water and the bridge and things like that. Here in New York. Yeah, man, like day 3 happened, like as of this past weekend. She came out to like my neck of the woods in Long Island, and like I took her out to a famous like shopping center, and yeah, we got some cotton candy. We were sharing that, we were just like just make it like fun and playful and intimate. Yeah, and then now like this Sunday, like she tells me like she hopes the week goes fast because she can't wait to see me again. Like which
Wow.
yeah, you don't really hear these things often as a guy that,
Is
did
this the
it.
first time you've heard something like that before?
Pretty much, I can't remember, like, any time before this, but, yeah, she tells me, like, all the time, like, "Yeah, like, just it like, can't wait to be seeing you, like, this weekend, just hope the week goes fast," and, yeah, like, now we're gonna go to, like, some baseball games together because she's not originally from the States, and she wants to learn more about baseball, and I'm, like, a baseball guy, so it's, like sports guy in general. So it's just really neat. Like she's very, very compliant and like open minded to like my interest, and I am with hers. And yeah, man, it's just it seems to be really good. Like there's a lot of good things going with her, and yeah, we'll just see where it goes. Pretty much,
Yeah.
it's
Man,
awesome.
that's
Yeah,
no,
it's
I'm
awesome.
super happy. I'm super happy. And by the way, for the guys that are listening, I'm also kind of like hearing this for the first time. So it's just really exciting, Nick. Like,
Yeah,
bro, like it really is, because it's a testament of all the work that you've been putting in, really
yeah,
transforming your image, really putting in like the things into practice to be able to like get the matches, and then now like
yeah,
just you
yeah.
you spit in that New Yorker game to the your lady, and
Yeah, my I guess the New York accent that I have, like a Long Island accent. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
man. Bro,
Yeah,
that's
of
awesome. Well, I appreciate you sharing all that, man. And
course.
before we kind of wrap up things, I just wanted to see like what would you say to someone who's thinking about working with me but isn't sure yet?
Mm. Yeah, that's great. That's a great question. I have to think about this for a second on the spot here, but I mean, I would say, just keep an open mind and just commit to what you want. Like commit to that vision, and then just believe in it, and do your due diligence a little bit, and make sure it's the right fit for you. And yeah, just go forward with it. Don't hesitate, because every single moment or second you hesitate, it's 1 second away from what you really want. And I think with dating is you can't f beat around the bush, for lack of a better term. You can't take shortcuts, and you really have to go in and commit full force, because then you're not going to see the results you want. So I think just working with you personally, man. Of course, I would recommend you to anybody that's looking to enhance their image, just because it's so well thought out, and it's so like out of the box to what you normally see in this imagery photography space, man. So I think it yeah, it's just a really great experience you'll get overall, and you'll learn so much about style, and you'll learn so much, like just talking with you, like learning a few things about photography too, and like the different like lenses and the cameras. It's all just great knowledge, right? I mean, it's great.
Yeah,
So it's good stuff.
for sure, man. I appreciate that. And then the last thing that I have for you is, why do you think this experience is different from hiring a typical photographer or just taking better photos?
Yeah, it's different because all these other photographers that, especially that aren't in the dating spaces, it's just very much cookie cutter. They have their certain way of doing things, of how they take pictures, but they don't take into account like the person that's going to be on the other side of the lens. Be the focal point. To use photography terms, to be like the focal point of the photos. And I think, yeah, all these photographers generally think they know more than what they do. That's pretty much more of a disservice for them. It doesn't work for them. And I think, yeah, just with you, it's you knew that knowledge, and it became very apparent very quickly that, hey, like this guy, he's got the styles locked in. He's got the outfits, curated nicely, based on the whole image, the whole package, right? It's just very much head to toe, man. Like that's how you work, and it's yeah, it's a great thing, man. Honestly, and just making it easy.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, as I tell guys, like you are the product, and most often photographers don't know how to do like how to capture the product. Like they can take pretty photos, as I say, and they
Yeah,
can have all the equipment in the world, but they just lack the understanding of just like female attraction, female gaze. Understanding how to like improve a man's image in a way that's attractive and doing that whole looks maxing process, right?
yeah, looks
So
maxing. Yep.
yeah, man, I'm glad we got to work together, that we got to do this. As I told you initially, bro, I love working with guys who are committed, who, really want a transformation at the end of the day. Just because that's been my experience, just with my own personal results, is like that I had to go through a transformation, and any chance I can get to work with someone that wants that for themselves and is
Yeah.
willing to put in the work, bro, sign me up, you know?
Yeah, man. It's been just a whole yes, it was a lot of work, on my part and but yeah, just the whole journey was just really just worth it in the end. Everything just came together so nice, man. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
A lot of fun too. The
Yeah,
photo
let's
shoot day.
go.
Yeah.
Cool, cool. Well, Nick, appreciate you, brother. Thank you again for your time. And yeah, man, keep me posted on how it goes with those dates.
Mhm. Yeah, you got it, man.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you, man. Have a good one.
Yeah.